Greetings, beautiful souls. I thought I'd come live, first and foremost, to extend gratitude to you all for your love, prayers and support over the recent week, especially as my dad has transitioned into the spirit world. So first and foremost, I honour your hearts and extend gratitude to you all. I'm going to say a few words, and I'm going to bring in some wisdom from Horace and my team. So first and foremost, my father passed away on Equinox, and often or not, at these times we come into a space of reflection and our own inner sanctuary. We reflect upon life as it is, and we reflect on all aspects. We reflect on their lives too. So when we lose a loved one, it comes to a time and a point where we come to a space of reflection. They make a transition, and there's so many messages come through when a loved one truly passes into the spirit world. There's so many metaphors that can come about within their passing. So I'm going to give a reflection upon some of the metaphors that I received upon my reflection, and also coming in from Horace and my team of spirit guides. So on Equinox, we look on the energy of new life. And as we look on the energy of new life, a door closes and another one opens. We stepping into a new energy, a new refined body of light. This is truly what it is like when we pass from the gross material world and into a much higher spiritual attainment. We transcend into a finer light. And often or not, when we pass from this world into the next, or we transcend ourselves through the dimensions of light and we connect through the dimensions of light, we are embodying a much finer radiant light. And as we transcend into a finer embodiment, we become more aware of what is truly taking place that is around us, both seen and unseen. We are able to bring in the higher light, the virtues, the wisdom, the knowledge from both seen and unseen. So this beautiful equinox energy is about us bringing in new light, bringing in the new energy, closing the door behind us and moving forward into the new. When we look upon the recycle of life, we look at birth and renewal. And this energy of the recent new moon and the equinox energy is very much the reflection upon life and transcending into a new finer light. I'm not going to say death and birth. We could say death and birth. I'd rather say opening and closing. So this is how I like to see things, because even as we go through on our soul journey, we are always opening the doors and closing the doors. And every time we open a door and close the door, there always happens to be that tunnel of light that's there waiting for us. That tunnel of light takes us into a new destination. And this is what it's like when we leave the material, enter the spirit world, and coming in from the spirit world and into the physical. This is a whole cycle. As we incarnate, choose new garments, we always go in through that tunnel light at the end. So this is what it is like when we are closing doors and opening doors, and we are changing and making that transcendence into a different reality. So the message is very clear for us all at this time, as we are moving forward into a newer energy. And we're moving into a newer energy on Mother Earth. We create something new, and as we create something new, we close the door behind us. So this time is a time of reflection. It is a time of creating something new for us, creating something new, opening that pathway, opening up the gates. As we open up the gates, we are able to see beyond. We are able to create that wonderful light, that magic that creates a wonderful flow of abundance, a wonderful flow of awareness, a wonderful flow of knowledge and wisdom. But this all starts from here, the heart. There is a lot happening, a lot of metaphors unfolding. We just open ourselves up to receiving this divine light and energy. So I want to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for being there as a guiding light, for being there as a support, and for me, even what I'm going to say, when a loved one does transition into the spirit world, it is okay for us to have a mixture of emotions, whether it be sad, whether it be joy, whether it be a sense of loss. It is okay, and even mediums will experience just as much as anyone else that will go through when they experience a crossing over of a loved one. But for a medium, the pain is not as great as it would be for someone who is not aware that life continues, who is not open to understanding the signs that are around them to understand. So, as a medium, yes, I'm sad at my father's passing, but there's also joy as well, knowing that life for him carries on, whether it's not in the material matter, he's made a transition into the spirit world. And as he's made that transition into the spirit world, he's more empowered to be the best that he can be, to be a guiding light, to come through, make visits. He is not limited as he would have been in his earthly life. So I know full well, even from within my heart, that my father is going to be around. I know at this moment in time, being a medium, that my father has been received into spirit. He was received by Horus, by the team of our guides within our soul group and loved ones. He was able to make visits to me, my brother and my sister-in-law in Sweden, and my daughter. We all woke up. Everyone experienced when he actually transitioned. Not only that, I've also had messages come to me from other members of the soul group experiencing something at the time of his passing, because they were in tune and aware something was happening, and then they realised what was happening, so they experienced, and they was able to share with me at the time of his crossing over. So this is something that can happen when you are awakened to the spirit world, when you feel a connection, there's a soul connection, there's a sensing of something that's truly happening. So we feel blessed. We feel blessed that we was able to share in that moment and that experience. Feeling blessed, I also feel blessed that he was comforted by Becky, his wife, and Shane, my other brother, who's in the States. Shane was his guiding light, was physically there through the whole process. I'm very grateful that he was not alone. He had the whole of his family around him, supporting him in his last hours. So, for him, it was a blessing. And we were all there making our video calls and seeing him there just before, in the hours running up. So, this is something as a blessing for him. I also pray for those who pass away and have no one there, physically there, to comfort them in their hours, because there are many, and many lose their lives in all sorts of circumstances. So for now, I want to raise my prayers, my intentions, and healing to those who are facing end of life right across Mother Earth at this time, but in particular those who have no one there to care for them, and also for those who are bereaving and grieving, who are bereaved, and for those who have no understanding of life thereafter, for they carry a greater pain compared to those who, that we know that life carries on. So that they're my prayers of intentions today, and sending that out. So thank you very much. I appreciate you all. I love you all, and thank you for being there during these sad and difficult times. I also want to say that it empowers me more to be the best that I can be, especially at these times, to outreach, because when I'm going through a something, it makes my spirit stronger, makes my connection a lot stronger. I am always working spirit, regardless of what I am going through in the physical. A lot of people may not understand this, but I've also been in hospital on a hospital bed, and I'm still doing spirit work, regardless that my physical body could be going through the wars. My spirit is forever doing work for spirit, because my spirit is limitless. So it empowers me more to be doing more, especially when I am going through a something, because when I'm going through a something, I too am learning a something, empowering me to be able to share with you all. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. You are a blessing. Thank you.